I am the artist formerly known as Gigolo. When I moved to Arizona, I started going by Amir because, Arizona for me was a fresh start. I came with a whole new outlook on life, and going by my first name was like, it kind of, I guess, gave me that thing. So I started going by my first name, which is Amir. So Amir Perry. What inspired me to be a music producer is my family. Everybody either sings or they play an instrument. My brother was actually the one who really got me into music production, though, because that was something that him and his friends, they dabbled in. And I'll never forget the first time he brought home the ASR 10, because that was like one of the first samplers that I was able to work on. And ever since he brought that home, man, I was hooked. You know what I'm saying? Like the ASR 10, and then I remember he got an MPC later. And man, both of those samplers, man, like after I was able to get my hands on them, it was no turning back from there. So my family, my brother, man, I'm so appreciative for him just kind of, not shooing me away. Cause sometimes you have your big brother, he'll shoo you away and get away, but he let me beat on it. You know what I'm saying? He would leave the house and just said, man, go ahead, do whatever you're gonna do. And man, that's how I got here, So I'm very fortunate, man. I'm very fortunate to have had that. That's what separate good artists from motherfuckers that's just okay. Cause you can hear when an artist is really laying that shit out, when they record to it. And I can hear that shit.
Man, you know that thing.
Yeah, that shit's special. Some of the challenges I face as a producer, or just being in this industry, period, because I do a couple things, is just being able to build up, I guess, clientele or people knowing who I am to even want to rock with me. That's a big thing. Moving to Phoenix was one of the best things that I did. Coming from South Georgia, I almost went to Atlanta, which it sounds crazy because I feel like maybe my life would be different had I went to Atlanta when I was supposed to, but I ended up moving to Phoenix because my brother got stationed out here. And, I wanted to be around my big brother. And, I thought it would be great to come out here and move around. He had made a few connections. And, that was one of the things that was challenging coming from where I'm from, because there weren't a lot of opportunities around us that we could even take advantage of. So coming to a bigger city was good for me, because when I came here, I was able to make some connections, or, sometimes we would go to LA to connect with some people. So the challenge, or the main challenge, was just getting people to know who I am and to know that I even exist. And one thing that, you can do is, you got to get and connect with the locals, or connect with the people that are up and coming. Like a lot of times people want to just go for the big dogs and just, that's all they're focusing on. But for me, a big part of my success is because of the independent artists that are doing things. They are going to be what's going to help you, get your name and get your buzz out there if you're a producer. And that's a big challenge, trying to get your name out there. So never overlook the local or the independent artists, man. That's going to help move you, I promise you. All them records dope. Now, we can try to redo like them beats, but I'm going to be honest with you. Like when you record on it and the shit got a certain feel, it's hard to replicate that same feel. I'm going to tell you, we're going to cook something from scratch. I don't know what he got in his mind, but when he get back, I'm going to tell him, hey, we making something from scratch. Like, we just cooking something brand new.
Right, we're going to cook something most definitely. Yeah, I'm trying to get...
To be honest, I think these records, like some of them, they just need to be mixed. Right. But where y'all recorded at, do y'all have access to get the sessions?
Yeah.
Like the Pro Tool or whatever?
We just got to get...
Because this is the thing. Like for this type of stuff, did y'all record this in a decent studio?
Like a studio like this?
Okay.
Yeah.
this type of stuff, you don't necessarily like. I can take the vocals and redo the beat, so we don't have to necessarily.
I figured that
because you already got the vocals, so we don't have to sit here and redo this and and redo the. I'd rather we just sit here. I vibe, create something. We vibe, create something from scratch. A whole new song. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or however, whatever we can get done within this time frame. But with that stuff, long as he can get the sessions, we can go back and revisit that. Without a doubt, the biggest artist that I've had the pleasure of working with is Tupac. Now, this did happen after he passed, but, you know, I've produced songs for a lot of artists, but when you talk about just artists and their impact on the world, Tupac for sure. It was a song called Dead or Alive. It's off of the New Mix Classics album. This was an album that his mom put out after he passed.
It's so hard to stay focused on my eyes and pride, but if I don't, then dog won't survive.
Do it alive before the dead or alive.
Shout out to my dude, Sha Money. Sha, he actually sent out a gang of acapellas to different producers. And I think they sent me maybe 4 or 5 different Tupac acapellas. And I was able to take those and remix them. And just so happened that particular one, Dead or Alive, it got picked for the album. And that particular song is really special to me because I had just bought my guitar and I taught myself how to play it. So for me, it was like, I'm gonna teach myself how to play this guitar and I'm gonna put it all over this song. I know I put some distorted guitar in there and some chord. It's just a lot of guitar parts in that particular track. But without a doubt, that's the biggest artist I work with, and I'm fortunate to have been a part of that. You know, that's big for me. Like I said, even though, you know, may his soul, him and his mom rest in peace, I'm so happy that she gave me that opportunity, and Sha Money as well. So yeah, that was big.
Put a spot on her. Oh shit, my bad. The whole thing, I got you. Put a spot on the Grammy. Yeah, put a spot on the shelf for a Grammy to win. Put a spot on the shelf for a Grammy to win.
What I love about being a producer is the fact that I'm able to express myself in a way that people can understand. You know, as a creative, I feel like sometimes I'm misunderstood, and music kind of gives me that outlet, or being a producer, it gives me that outlet to get people to kind of understand who I am as a person. You know, I always tell people music is not in me, it is me. Like, if I wasn't able to create, I wouldn't be happy. Like, I would be moping around here depressed, and, you know, who knows? I don't even know if I would be here if I didn't have music, you know? So being a producer for me, it is, you know, it's how I express myself. It's how people get to see me and all of my light that I feel like we all have. But, you know, that's just so happened to be my gift. You know, the gift of music just so happened to be the thing that I can give people that shows them who I am. So I just love being able to share myself with people. So that's what I love about being a producer.
If you really love me, show me that you love me now. I could really use that. Lately I've been down and out. Please don't wait till I'm on. Cause I'ma be like, fuck them niggas, I'm on. Ooh, animal zoo. They shoulda never, ever let me loose. Do it.
I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I like it very much. Very much. Why am I trying to roll my R's on very? So what motivated me to start the YouTube channel was I actually just wanted to share what I do with the world. If you go back to my page, like 2009, there's a video of me remaking Ice Cube. I produced a song for Ice Cube called I Rep That West. And that was supposed to be the start of my YouTube channel, doing the type of content that I'm doing now. And I just didn't. I had a lot going on. I was moving around. I had moved to Virginia. Shout out to my boy Michael Mueller. He was supposed to help me with, starting the channel, but I ended up moving away, and I just didn't do it until, a couple years later. And I want to give a huge shout out to my boy Mike Rashid, because I saw him being consistent and sharing himself and sharing his journey in fitness with the world through his YouTube channel. And he would always tell me, man, you need to start. I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna start right here and just start sharing what I do. And it's one of those things where I wasn't even sure people were gonna enjoy the content or if they would even get anything from it. To be honest with you, it was one of those things where I was a little hesitant, because I'm like, this shit might look stupid. You know what I'm saying? But I did it anyway, and I'm so happy I did it. It's definitely been one of the best things that I've ever done for my career as a producer, is just sharing my gift with the world. So I think it's important, and I always tell people that's the thing. Don't be afraid to share your gift. Me sharing it kind of makes me feel alive. I ain't gonna say it kind of, it does make me feel alive. So that's why I wanted to start my YouTube, just to show people and give people an insight into what it is that I do. It's hard to replicate that same energy.
It really is.
It's hard to get that same energy. It just is what it is, bro. That's just how our minds work when it comes to music and songs. Like, especially like, when you have like a song that you really when you like and you done listen to that motherfucker, it's like it's locked in. It's locked in. It's like, that's how when you hear it differently, it ain't the same.
Yeah,
when you
be like, nah, that one ain't.
Yeah, exactly. So it's hard. One key piece of advice that I would give to producers is to hone your craft. I remember back in like 2008, I was sitting down with No ID at this producer conference. And he said something that was so simple. He said, the speakers don't lie. It's that simple. Like, when artists and people play your beats, the speakers don't lie. Either you got it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Either that shit jamming or it ain't. So that's why I say you got to hone your craft. You got to get better. So when they put your shit on and they play your music, that shit just instantly stand out. It just instantly has a sound. It instantly makes somebody bob their head and instantly makes them want to start rapping or singing. And, that's why I talk about simplicity in your beats as well, because you want to leave space for that artist to do their thing. But in order to leave space and in order for an artist to even rock with it, it got to be that shit. Make a beat every day if you can, because that's the only way you're going to get better. It's just by doing it. People always ask me, man, how do you get better at beats, or how do you play piano? All of those things, you have to practice. You got to hone your craft. It ain't nowhere around that. Sometimes I'm in my studio and I'm sitting down and I'm just playing the piano for hours, just learning different chords and learning different progressions, or I'm on my guitar just practicing, just trying to get better, because I understand that's the only way that I'm going to elevate and step my game up, is just by practicing and honing my craft and getting better. So work on your craft. I promise you, you work on your craft, you're going to get better. The speakers won't lie. If it's that shit, it's going to be that shit. And if it ain't, you got to go back to the drawing board, but work on your craft.
What's up, Trebell? Yeah, I'm getting hooked up, yeah. What's up?
Headed over here to go.
Okay, just call me back, because we got a lot of time.
Headed over here to sound check right now. We're going to make sure. Let's see how we got everything.
I'm at sound check right now, so I'll just call you back when I get out of here.
Got Minnesota Mike.
Yeah.
He the motherfucker
All right.
man.
All right. Okay.
Thursday. Ice Cube in the Dog Pound. They ain't got my name up there, but it's all good. It's all love, you know what I'm saying? Next time my shit gonna be bigger than theirs. Oh, here we go. But look at it, they spelled my goddamn name wrong. Ain't that some shit? Hey, you see this shit? Hey, what that nigga Kanye say? I got plaques, but some of my plaques still say Kanye.
Hello. What the fuck's cracking, nigga?
See, keep it all the way pimpin'. It's a documentary.
All right, so Jay, let them know what you're doing right now.
Hey man,
What's in that bag, first of all? Because you've been protecting that bag. Like
this
is
right
that
here,
money?
This right here is worth $1 million.
Okay.
You might as well call it, man.
Not the actual hardware, but the content,
Yeah,
right?
but the content is
Okay.
worth. Well, the content is a little worth the what I said. I said quarter of a
About
bill.
$500 million, yeah.
Quarter, yeah, something right now.
Okay.